Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me here for this little talk about what I'm going through right now with just Navy enlistment, post MHS Genesis. Now it's just some stuff I'm having to go through for my tattoo waiver. So I'm not sure what I'm going to title this video, that way that y'all can, people that are looking for some information with problems similar to this, that way, if you are looking for it with these issues, what I'm saying is that you'll be able to find it. So I just got to figure out what to call this thing. So I'm going to do my best, that way y'all can get this information, people that are going through the same similar thing as me. So basically, I've been in the enlistment process for maybe between 4 and 6 months. I have no idea how long I've been, in this process for. I started with one recruiter, and he wasn't really helping me out a whole bunch because I couldn't get a hold of him and things like that. So I decided that it was in my best interest, because it's important to me to get into the Navy. So I reached out to a recruiter that was a bit further away, but it's been going great. She constantly answers my phone calls. She gets back with me when I message. She's been getting back with me regardless about the things that she's doing to try to help me get in, and I appreciate all that. So if y'all are having issues with a recruiter getting back with you, they're not the only ones that can help you get in, bro, or ma'am, or sister. Y'all can always go and find a recruiter in a nearby city or whatever that might be more likely to help you, or more just driven to do their job and get you in there, because obviously you love your country and you want to serve. So that's what I had to do, and that's why this is, obviously this has taken a while, but it's just moving along. Things keep on getting approved and things just keep on sliding through, and I'm really happy about that. I'm glad that things are working out. So right now I went through MHS Genesis, which was terrible. So I submitted all kind of stuff and did everything that my recruiter needed me to do. It came back and it needed additional information. So I was on some anxiety medications and things like that after my first wife passed away. Super stressful time. Not going to really get into that. You might see some stuff about that in some previous videos on my channel that I've talked about. But so going through all that stuff, obviously going to the doctor after I was having some issues, and of course they're going to prescribe you medication. That's just what they do. They make money and commission for giving you Western medication. Sometimes it's a little bit helpful and has side effects. Sometimes it has terrible side effects and it ain't helpful at all. Sometimes it ain't helpful at all and has no side effects. There's nothing that you can tell difference. But obviously, after you lose a loved one or whatever, you're going to have a grieving process that involves anxiety and depression, and eventually you get over it and it goes away on its own. So I would be here regardless, going to the doctor or not. It's just something that people just have to deal with. So the military, obviously, they've seen stuff like that. They know that when you lose a loved one, things happen, and they didn't hold any of that against me. All of my MHS Genesis stuff went through. I did have some stuff about some high blood pressure from white jacket or white coat syndrome, just being nervous at the doctor's office and things like that. That stuff went through also. I was prescribed medication before and didn't take it, and things like that. I don't remember exactly everything, and they know that also. They know that you're not going to remember everything, and as long as you're not admitting that you're lying about stuff, you're fine. As long as you're just like, I just really didn't remember, I'm sorry. They don't hold that stuff against you. You're human. So all that stuff went through, all the MHS Genesis stuff. It took a while, and I eventually got through all that, and then I got approved for physical. At that point, I just had to make waist size, which I'm still working with. It's really hard. I'm not fat or nothing like I am, used to do a lot of working out. I'm not small at all, but most of my weight that I have is muscle weight. But I got to the point where I was approved for physical to go to MEPS in St. Louis, Missouri, and to go through that process, and hopefully everything goes good. And then at that point, it's like a 2-day thing. So you go there, you stay in you get a hotel. Your first day you're there, I think you go to MEPS in the afternoon and you do your ASVAB. I'm not sure if you do anything else on that day. Your second day, you wake up super early. You get a call at your hotel room, the wake up call or whatever, and There's been a bunch of other people that are staying there with you. You'll have a roommate. If you're a guy, you'll have a guy roommate. If you're a girl, you'll have a girl roommate. If you don't have, if anything, you won't have a roommate at all. You're not going to have the opposite sex staying in your room or anything like that. You wake up the second day super early at like 4 o'clock in the morning. You go to MEPS. You do your physical. After your physical's done, and you're all good with that stuff there, you'll go and I think you will either swear in first or sit down with a liaison that will go through your finishing out your processing with you. So I think you actually swear in first and then you finish processing, but I could be wrong. So yeah, so I think you do the second day you do your physical, then you finish your processing and then swear in, or finish your process, or after you do your physical you swear in then finish your processing. I'm not exactly sure, but that's not that big. That's not really the issue. So I got to that point where they were discussing all that stuff with me, and then they realized that I had some criminal record stuff that they overlooked that I needed to get some additional stuff for because of the tattoo. So I reached out to that specific county, needing that information, the actual charge. I can let y'all know it was dismissed because the girl was lying. I had an ex-girlfriend that I tried to kick out of my house because I found out that she was using drugs around my child, which was, my daughter was 2 years old, I think, at the time. So I was kicking her out of my house. She did not want to leave. Her glasses got broken. Some of her prescription or sunglasses, I don't exactly remember, had them in my hand. She went to snatch them, they broke. I went to jail for breaking her glasses. I was in jail for 6 days. After I got out, and she contacted me telling me that she was like wanting to be friends again and stuff. I wasn't having it. She had also told me that she wasn't going to be going to court about the whole situation because she was afraid to be under oath, and she told me that she canceled the court date. So I got a hold of the prosecuting attorney. The prosecuting attorney told me that, in fact, the girl did get a hold of him, and the girl told him that she that she didn't remember anything that happened because she was really under the influence of her prescription medication, which was Xanax, and it made her not remember any of that stuff. So they dropped it. They dismissed it. I told my recruiter that she said that she already had was able to see in front of her from what she was looking at on the computer or whatever that it was dismissed, which is good. But they were wanting additional information from the prosecuting attorney's office stating why it was dismissed. All they were telling they were being really rude with my recruiter, and all they were telling her was that the girl would not, or the witness wouldn't cooperate. They weren't telling her exactly what I had heard from the prosecuting attorney, which the prosecuting attorney did tell me that she had either called or went in and told him that she didn't remember because of the high amount of prescription medication that she had taken. So, like I said, they dismissed it. But my recruiter was wanting more. That way, when they submitted that stuff, it would be more likely to be approved and get the waiver. So she was wanting the extra stuff. She was really asking me if I can possibly get a hold of this girl and have her write a statement saying that she made a false statement, which the statement that she did give the police in the very beginning was false, saying that I was physical with her and whatever else. Which was terrible. I never expected at that point in time that I'd be trying to get into the military later on, but it is what it is. So now I'm going through that. My recruiter just got a hold of me the other day, saying they're still going through the runaround with this prosecuting attorney's office. So they had me write a handwritten statement. Since my recruiter is a ways away from me, I used voice text and made a big old thing and sent it to her, and all that seemed to be good. She was happy with what I sent her as far as a statement explaining what happened that day, why I was initially given the charge of domestic assault or something, because she said that I pushed her. And I think that's pretty much all she said, and that I broke her. She said that I purposely broke her glasses or whatever. So I wrote a statement explaining exactly what happened, and it's basically an affidavit for the military, which means that if I'm lying, I can get in a lot of trouble. Obviously, I understand that, and I'm not going to lie on something like that. So I told them exactly what happened as best I can remember for that situation, and my recruiter was happy with it. I think she submitted it to their waiver person, and they were happy with it. All they're wanting now is the last step, supposedly, before I can physical and get these other little waivers out the way so I can go into MEPS. Is that they want me to write a handwritten statement or send my recruiter a handwritten statement explaining why I'm interested in enlisting in the Navy. I'm not exactly how I'm going to write this. There's so many different things. Like, obviously, I want to give back to the country that's given so much to me. I've literally watched all my friends, make careers out of their military experiences and things like that. And that, like, I don't know. There's just so many things that I could say about the Navy and why I picked that. Obviously, one of the main reasons is, they're accepting this waiver, or they're willing to entertain the idea of giving me a waiver for this huge neck tattoo. But that's like really just like not a good thing to put in there, I don't believe. So I'm going to go into some other stuff. Like why wouldn't I want to be in the Navy? There's just obviously there's like just being proud of myself for like not only completing boot camp at the age of 33, which I will be August 1st, so just here in just half a month I'll be 33 years old. Going and complete boot camp and then additional training after that, and I don't know if any of y'all are going to have to get asked to submit a handwritten statement as to why you're trying to enlist in the Navy, but some of you might. So if you have to go through that, if you've been through that, leave that in the comment section below. I don't exactly know how to word a lot of this stuff because I know that I feel like my situation is so unique to me that a lot of you might not be dealing with this. So like I said, I'm going to try to make the title of this video perfect for people who are looking for something similar to this or advice. I can't really give you advice. I'm just telling you what I am doing and what I'm going through to let you know that it's worked out for me so far this way. This is what I'm doing, and like I've heard of a lot of people that are enlisting and going through not MEPS but MHS Genesis that have had little minute stuff like cleft palate, and they've gotten the surgery when they're first born and it fixed all that, which is not going to affect any of the rest of your body or how you do push-ups or how you run or even how you talk at that point or how your vision works or how your digestive system works or any of that stuff. Just a little surgery on the lip and in the palate area. Other than that, people can't tell that you've had that. Like Joaquin Phoenix, I think, probably had it because he has that scar there. And he talks just fine and seems like does everything just fine. I know tons of people who have that, but yet the military didn't let some people go through further processing because of that. They basically disqualified them for a surgery that they had as an infant that does not affect them at all anymore at the age that they are when they try to enlist. And I've gotten in, I've been approved with the anxiety stuff that I had due to, a life experience, which was losing a spouse or whatever. So anyways, I'm not going to continue going on with this. I mean, I try to give y'all as much updates as possible because I know that this stuff is going to help y'all. I'm trying to be as real as possible. Like, I'm doing this because I want to help other people, and because YouTube and other little platforms like this are really the only way that a lot of us can get information that we are wanting about things that might be a unique subject or whatever. But this one is, my specific one is I'm enlisting in the Navy, and this is where I'm at in my processing. So also another thing is that my work, you are protected by USERRA laws, which stop your work from being at your employment from being able to put negative consequences on you for missing work for military processing, which my work did try to do, and I'm dealing with that right now. If you are processing in the military as a civilian going into the military, you are protected. Obviously, don't be missing work to go and party, But if you're missing work, to have to go and see your recruiter, obviously bring an excuse so they believe you, which I have done before. And they know that I'm processing, so I have to miss some additional work to get my family squared away because I am married. I have to make sure that they're taken care of while I'm gone, so that is part of my military processing. Do not let your work try to bully you. You know, if they are trying to do this stuff to you, make sure you look up USERRA laws. And I think it's specifically, it is called USERRA retaliation and discrimination laws. It'll explain it in there. Just read through it and show you, and you'll find stuff that you can show your job and be like, look, this is what you're doing to me. If you keep on doing this, I can literally go and get an attorney, and that will take care of this issue for me, and there's nothing that you can do to me about it because I'm protected. Like, you cannot fire me for going to get an attorney and protecting me in this situation, because what you're already doing by bullying me and putting negative consequences on me is already illegal. Like, you cannot punish me for missing work while I'm trying to enlist in the military. They, just like among other things, they cannot, while you're enlisted or off on, you know, while you're in boot camp, if everybody else at your job gets a bonus that you would have normally gotten, you should still get that bonus also. It should be in your bank account whenever you get out. Anyway, so you'll make sure y'all check into that. Don't let people bully you, especially your employers and things like that. Thank you so much for watching. If there's any other things that I didn't cover that you might think that I know, that I did not mention in this because my brain, I'm a person, you know, leave that in the comment section below and I will answer them. I answer everybody's comments. I don't have that many subscribers, you know, 240 I think now. So if there are questions that you have, ask me. I promise that I'll answer your question within a couple of days. You know, I generally get back to everybody pretty quick because there isn't that much stuff on there. So I will do my best to answer all those questions, I promise. So thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope that it helped you out. Said like and subscribe, and see y'all on the next one. Oh, by the way, hopefully the next one is me giving you an update on when I'm going to MEPS. So I'm 6 feet tall, and I have a pretty big neck, which helps me with my waist size. I have to be under 40 inches. My weight keeps fluctuating. I'm trying different things. I don't have a lot of time to go running and things like that. I work all the time, and my family is really, they need me around, and I try to do my best to help my wife, so I'm doing my best to just lose the weight by dieting. Obviously, I do push-ups and sit-ups and mountain climbers and try to do cardio and stuff like that. But if you have any suggestions, or like suggestions, but some advice you can give me, stuff that I can try to help me keep my waist cut down without strenuous activity or strenuous exercise, because I don't have a lot of time for that, I would appreciate that down there. I know that obviously I'm going to be strenuously exercising while I'm in boot camp, but I need some, you know, possibly some advice for right now. If y'all have that, leave it down there. I'd appreciate that. That helps me. So see y'all next time. Bye-bye.